I really hope that every time I turn on this video camera, is it on or is it not? I hope that every time I turn the camera on, there's like a weird something going on in this facial expression.
What do you mean?
I don't know, like a weird.
Like when you're leaning over to actually turn
when
on.
you're. You know, is this
Like how every time you open up your camera on your phone.
and you look like you got 45 chins and just like a booger in your nose, and you're like, whoa.
You always have a booger in your nose. You're gross.
You're gross. I may be a boogery
Ew.
type of person.
Are you?
Never know. No.
Are you naturally boogery?
I don't think so. Don't look at me like that.
Like what?
You gave me the ew.
I'm having a throat situation.
Yeah, well, you're having an attitude situation too.
You know, this is like the first day of feeling like I could be. I don't want to say it.
Don't say it.
I don't want to say it, so I won't.
hope not.
I also hope not.
I really hope
I
not.
think I'm getting sick.
No. It's the worst when you're sick.
When I'm sick?
Yeah.
Why is it the worst? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Why is it the worst?
Because you're actually very self-sufficient, which is very, very nice. Why don't you tell us about Patreon?
No, it's very interesting to me. Patreon's virtual tipping rewards website. You give us $10 a month. We say your name on the podcast. It sounds a little something like this. What it
Matthew
means.
J. Palka, Alexander Guarva, Michael Cavagile,
Hey,
Logan Snyder, Walter Sloan,
Oh,
Nick Maggs, Jamie Karn, Wandering G-Bear. Oh. Joelle Vielma.
That was me blowing my nose.
Helen Ford. Gary Parsons.
Gary Parsons.
Justine Johnson.
Justine Johnson.
Nestor De Leon III.
De Leon III.
Katie A. Superfloss. And Janisha Tutton. Jesus Christ.
That's okay.
I'm sorry. I fuck shit up all the time. You guys, we also have a $50 sponsor today, which his name is Joseph Rasplioch. I suck.
Did he write in the pause in the middle of it?
No, Raspolich. Raspolich,
Okay.
I think. I fucking suck.
Did you
He's a
be
new
honest?
listener.
Be honest. Did you even give it a shot?
I did. I looked at it and I kept looking at it.
But you didn't say anything out
No,
loud.
no.
Until you say it out loud, you don't know.
That's when you fuck it up. I always fuck it up by not saying it out loud. So I
Yeah.
apologize, Joseph, very much.
Joseph, what?
Raspulich. It's wrong. I know it's wrong. It's terribly wrong. But I want you to know that he is a longtime Dynamic Banter listener.
Oh, well, thank you so
and
much.
he recently got on board with welcome to our podcast.
Joseph
And
Raspolich.
thank you very much. He likes that I have a soothing voice and no heinous noises on this podcast.
Yeah, it's a safe one.
And he wants to promote a podcast that he does called Life, Death, and Taxonomy. It's all about animals and the weird stuff that they do and that they can do. It's on all of the podcast apps, iTunes, SoundCloud.
Stitcher.
So, okay. Podcast apps.
Other ones.
All of them. And it's also on ldtaxonomy.com. That's ldtaxonomy.com.
Cool.
So go check it out.
I want to know what animals can do.
It's very, like he said, that it's family friendly. So if you're someone that listens to podcasts with your kids in the car, go on ahead and listen to it. And it sounds like it's educational.
If you're
So
there
I'm
with
into
your
it.
kids and you don't want to hear these fuck words, listen to this zany animal podcast.
Zany.
Well, thank you so much for your patronage and your contributions, unselfish contributions to the show. We hope you've been enjoying the video podcasts, which are available to members only, and enjoying seeing our faces. Why is it the worst when I'm sick?
You guys, can I just say something? Luke Perry died today.
Yeah.
From a massive stroke that he had earlier in the week.
That's very sad. That's a very sad way to deflect.
It really is.
Yeah.
But I do want to say R.I.P. to him because 90210 was my jam.
Yeah. Did you guys watch that?
We used to watch it all the time, yeah.
Religiously? Was that before or after The Simpsons? It was on the same night.
I don't remember. I think it was after. I'm almost positive it was after The Simpsons.
I want to say it was like 90210, something else, The Simpsons, and then Married with Children.
No.
Or am I combining like 10 years of things?
I think you're combining 10 years of things because 90210 would have been the more teenage adult type content. But I think Simpsons started everything off. Then it was Married with Children.
Then 90210 at 11:30 at night?
Probably. No, it wasn't 11:30. I think shit started at like 6. Everybody was done.
I'd like to welcome our first guest. Siri, when was 90210 on?
Here are matches for 90210.
Dude. At what time of day was 90210 on television, Fox?
I don't really know.
All right. Well, thank you.
Sorry. Our first guest sucks.
She either I don't know how to do that or she's terrible.
Yeah. The reason it sucks so much that when you get sick is because you get so sad and I feel so bad.
So sad?
Yeah, you get like mopey almost. And it's just like, and then you got a red nose and your nose hurts from blowing it so much.
I like to not be sick. That's my whole thing.
I know.
I could do more when I'm not sick, so I get bummed out.
I understand that.
Because I don't want to do anything. And then, well, I always want to do things, but then when you're sick, you don't feel like doing it.
Yeah.
But you know that you have to, or else it'll come a crasher down.
It'll come a crashing.
We still have a bunch of questions left over from last time. Do you want to delve into these?
Let's do it.
Also, if you want, there are some like warm up fake ad reads, or would you rather not warm up at all?
Oh, you already have the ad read?
I have the one that I want you to do.
All right. Whatever you want to do. I'm down for, I'm game for anything.
Let's give you a 10-second warm up ad read.
All right.
This is from Jake Goddick. He says 5 days ago, he says, Big Ben's, small shoes, and more.
Okay.
Maybe buy one, get shoes. One. Big Ben's, small shoes, and more.
Big Ben's, small shoes, and more.
You got, I'm going to put 10 seconds on the Tamier.
Do you have a big...
No, I'm going to put 20 seconds on the Tamier. Okay? And when you're done, we'll hear this or this.
Big Ben's.
One of those.
Small shoes.
And more. You tell me when you're ready to go.
Let's go.
You get one shot at this.
Okay.
This is it.
Big Ben's.
It's like M&M's.
Okay.
Mom spaghetti, what have you. Ready? 5, 4, and you're on.
Big Ben's, small shoes, and more. Are you a Big Ben? Do you have small shoes? Come on down to Big Ben's, small shoes, and more. And we have all kinds of small shoes and small pants and big pants. And come on down to Big Ben's, small pants, small shoes, and more. Fuck, I fucked that up. That's not even 10. Wow. You don't realize how long 10 minutes, 10 seconds, 10. Jesus Christ. I'm shocked.
So I feel like much just happened.
Dude, because it's like coming, it's like I'm flooding it and I can't get it out fast enough.
You go into hyperspeed.
Yeah, I go into panic mode. That's my panic. And then I kept like looking and reading it. Kept adding small pants.
Yeah. I mean.
That's the and more.
What are you going to just have shoes? Yeah. They got small shoes. They got soap.
Small pants.
Small pants.
Small pants.
Well, that's great.
Who needs some hot pants? I like hot pants.
Good. Well, this sounds like a place where that you would find.
Come on
you
down.
may or may not find those.
Big Ben's. I was with Rachel Vaughn last night, and she told me that she really enjoys the fake ad reads.
The fake ad reads. I'd like to hear her full what she thinks of what just happened.
I'm gonna have her on the podcast next time she's either in town or next time we're there.
Oh, you guys were supposed to do that this time, were you?
Yeah, I know. It just stuff didn't work out. They were really busy.
I have a question.
Okay.
Here from Kay Laurie.
Kay Laurie.
Hi guys. Hello.
Hey.
So I'm genuinely curious, since both of you have long hair, do you have the same hair care routine? There's a question mark there. Oh, also, tips for reviving almost dead bleached hair. Mine is on life support already.
Take it off and just cut it off. Take it off life support and cut it.
Yeah?
It's hair. It grows back.
Let's see if she has a picture.
Stop bleaching the shit out of it. Yeah. Take her ease. Oh, and she's got dark hair, very dark hair naturally.
Asians have very dark hair.
Yeah.
You were saying.
Yeah.
She's
they
Asian.
have like the
Spoiler.
darkest of hair.
So it's harder to make them
They
very
are
blonde.
the most difficult client. It's so hard to get them.
It's
as
very
that
racist
light.
of you, Zoe. I'd like to
That's
point that
okay.
out. No, I'm
I'm
just
not
kidding.
trying to-
I'm just kidding.
Rude.
So you're saying she should like let it grow out or shave it?
Yeah, let it grow out, cut and keep cutting it. Stop.
Or if she has a nice
over
head.
processing it. Yeah. Stop torturing your hairdo. Grow it out and start getting foils. At least it'll be a little less harsh on your hairdo.
Are there any?
I understand that people really like that look, and it's great. It's great if it's done right.
The very
Because you can-
blondish.
yeah, because you can have that super, super blonde hair. I mean, Megan was a huge bleach and tone, but she never really had any breakage.
Mm.
It's about being very, very careful in your application.
You know what they say? If you don't bendage, you won't breakage.
And no, we do not have the same hair care routine.
No, it's very different. Like
Yeah.
I actually care about my hair, and Zoya just does whatever. It's like, get serious about it.
Get a life.
It's like, hey,
Hey,
take a little time out of your day to get serious about your hair. Zoya,
no,
I've been telling you for years.
you're right. You're absolutely right.
That's why you're naughty girl boy. Zoya has bugs in her hair.
That's
Ashley
terrible.
would. I'm just kidding. There was
That's
a
my
bird in
biggest-
Zoya's hair once for 5 months before we found it.
There, what?
There's a hummingbird died in the back of Zoya's hair. We couldn't. Do you remember
No.
when we lived in Connecticut?
You're lying.
Well, you could tell them anything you want, but there was a dead bird in your hair for 5 months.
Imagine if I the way I shampoo my hair, I didn't notice it there.
Yeah.
Every once in a while, I would feel like a flutter.
It was not a bird. It was a bat. It was a dead bat in
You're
Zoya's hair.
crazy.
Zoe, you're going to look me in the
Ha
eyes.
ha ha ha. Yes.
Your husband of almost exactly 2.5 years.
Okay.
You're going to look me in my eyes and you're going to say that you have never once had a dead bat in your
I
hair.
never had a dead bat in my hair.
All right. Ashley Wood says, sativa or indica? What's your PBJ, Lee BBs? What's PBJ?
I always ask you.
What's your peanut butter and jelly? What's your favorite peanut butter and jelly?
I don't know. It's got to be chunky peanut butter.
And you don't like grape jelly?
No.
You're so weird.
Strawberry jelly.
I didn't even know that existed for years.
How? That's crazy.
I didn't know strawberry jam existed. We were
Strawberry
grape jam
jam.
only. I know a peanut butter and
What
jelly.
about peanut butter and
because-
fluff?
No, that's dirt sugar.
No, it's not.
That was for 2 hyper kids. Every kid who ate peanut butter and fluff was definitely like troublemaker in class.
Yeah.
Definitely too rambunctious outside, pushing kids off swings and shit.
I don't know about. We didn't push kids off swings.
You, Zoya,
Don't look at me like that.
tell me you've never pushed a kid
I've
off a
never
swing.
pushed a kid off a swing.
Tell me you've never had a dead bat in your hair.
I've never had a dead bat in my hair. What is wrong with you?
You just look like the type of person.
You look more like the type of person with your rat's nest in the
Sativa,
back.
I'd say sativa. Mitch Webster says a little help with getting motivated to work out or write or just anything that isn't lazy. Struggling recently.
I think everybody goes through their struggles with that. I mean, I know for me,
Hell yeah.
It's hard. It's hard to get up like in the morning and like do stuff like that. Start small. Start doing something that do little by little. Start with like 10 push-ups and 10 sit-ups a day. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, as far as like cleaning up and doing all of that stuff, I try to stay on top of that even when I don't want to. I just get up and do it. But working out, it's tough.
I've been doing at least 20 push-ups a day.
Push-ups.
Right?
Uh-huh.
Push-em-ups.
Push
pops a day.
Oh.
Thank you. And I like that there's not a day goes by where I don't do that. And it makes me feel like I could do other shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, if I could do that every day, there's so many more hours in the day. What else could I do?
Right.
What else could I possibly do?
Yeah.
And then I do all this other stuff.
But you're really good about like, you never skip playing basketball. You're always really like diligent on doing like all of that stuff.
Yeah.
Where I'll work out for a week straight and then I'm like, bah, fuck it.
Well, there's Joe Rogan one time was talking to I might have even talked about it on this before, but there's like, if it's too easy, you get bored and you don't want to do it.
Yeah.
And then if it's too hard, you get discouraged and you don't want to do it.
Yeah.
And there's like a special spot on that graph that you have to get. Yeah, somewhere. Yeah. And so I always find things that make me feel nice.
Yeah.
And then eventually you start seeing like results, and then you don't want to go backwards on your results. So I think once you start doing it and once you start like feeling better and seeing yourself change a little bit, it's more.
Yeah. I've been doing the whole 30 and it's been very sustainable. I'm down quite a few LBSs, which feels nice, and I'm starting to notice like it even in my clothes.
I Could Feel It in My Clothes was my favorite Shakira song.
I can feel it in my clothes.
I can feel it in my clothes. La 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 la. Were you good with that one?
Yeah.
Scott Stricker, St. Scott, Mr. Scott says, newly engaged.
Wah, wah, wah.
Any tips for planning weddings? Yep. Don't.
We're the wrong people to ask. We had 25 people at our wedding and it was fucking glorious.
Yeah, dog.
It was glorious. There were no
restaurant you like.
There
tell
were
them you're
no
showing
favors.
up with 15 people.
There were no invitations. It was, this is when it is. Come if you want. If you can't, no hard feelings.
Dude, we were fucking, when we started to plan our shit, I remember we bought notebooks. We started jotting down everyone that we would have to invite, and it became too much so fast.
Yeah.
You can't be Albanian and Italian and get married.
Right.
Because there's too much. It's too much.
It's too much.
So what we did was we found a Lee place, and we invited only the closest.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. And the thing is, you're always worried about who you're gonna offend or whatever. And I definitely understand the attractiveness of a big wedding.
Yeah.
I've been to some great big weddings, and they've been awesome.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, it's for you guys.
Yeah.
So don't fight during the planning process.
Yeah. Always get
or
back
use
to
this opportunity to figure out that one of you is a piece of shit and call it off.
There's always one.
Like if one of you is like, we need gold napkins, and you're fighting over that, get out. Get out of the relationship.
Run. Who the fuck has gold napkins?
I don't know. I tried to think of something, and that was the best I came up with.
I mean,
and
it's
it
pretty
great.
good. It's pretty good.
Hmm.
What's next?
I forgot what we were doing for a second. I
have ribs going right now.
Everybody has ribs going. How do you think your heart stays in?
They suck. Wow.
Justine
smell
Johansson,
Johansson.
longtime supporter of the show and
Thank
of
you.
Mikey Morning.
Thank you.
So yeah, how do you keep from coughing around clients when you're sick? When you are sick. I thought she left out the R, but that was on me. I clean houses, and this week has been rough with a cold. Excuse me. The end.
Sucks. Honestly, I do the vampire cough a lot. Or if I'm going into like a tizzy, I'll walk away. I'll be like, excuse me. Excuse me.
You ever flail around with your scissors when you're fucking sneezing or coughing?
No, I'll stop doing it. Like if I feel it coming on, I'll stop what I'm doing. Because imagine if I was like mid-cut and like started coughing. Dude, that's disaster.
You chop somebody's whole head off.
Disaster zone.
Yeah,
but if I'm sick like that, my ass is not going to work either. Because I work around too many people to get them sick too.
That's very considerate.
I think that's going to work sick should be like banned.
Yeah. Well, sometimes you need to because you don't have any money.
I mean, there's been plenty of times that I've gone in, but I feel like it was on a day where not everybody was at work. And as soon as I touched something, I made sure that I cleaned up after myself. Like I had like Clorox wipes on me.
Yeah.
And like ready to go.
That's very considerate. I feel like people go to work contagious.
Yeah. If I have a fever or something, there's no way.
Yeah. If you didn't get invited, if you're listening to this and you're like, why didn't they want me to do fantasy football with them? It's probably because you went to work sick one time and everyone got pink eye or some shit like that.
And everybody else got the flu.
So you need to be, you got pink eye and everybody else got the flu. So you got off easy, so no one wants to play football with you. The
True.
end.
True.
Are you ready for your ad read?
I think so.
I'm going to put 20 seconds was all right.
Was that 10 or 20?
That was 20. We usually do 30, I thought. Okay, so I'm going to put 30 seconds on the clock.
Big Ben, small shoes and more. That's pretty good.
Is 30 okay with you?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so here is your ad that I came up with.
Okay.
You know how
I'm going to need to look at it.
You know how my mom and her friends will go to those painting classes?
Yeah.
And it's real
The
cute.
sit and paint or wine and paint.
Yeah, this is like that.
Sip and paint.
And this is advertising a Groupon for one of those. It's 6 for $12.
6 for $12.
This is a special.
Okay.
Only 6 for... Don't come in there with 5 people.
Yeah.
Okay? That's not what this is about.
Okay.
6 for $12. 6 people get in there for $12 each. That's all supplies included, by the way. Okay? You just bring yourself and your good attitude, your positive attitude.
Okay.
Bring yourself, bring a big smile.
Plus 6 other people.
Plus 5 other people.
Yeah.
Don't come in there with 7.
Okay.
Do not.
There's only room for 6.
And the place is called Doreen's Drawings. Or should we Drawings? Doreen's Drawings.
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 Yeah.
Drawings. All right.
Are you ready? 30 seconds on the clock. 6 for $12. Doreen's Drawings Groupon starts this weekend, and here we go.
Do you like to sip on wine? Do you like drawings? Come on down to Doreen's Drawings. We are running a special. 6 people for $12 a person. Only have room for 6. Don't come in with 7. Don't come in with 12. It's 6 people for $12. All supplies included. Again, we're drawing, we're sipping, and we're gonna have a blast.
Oh, that was too short, I feel like.
No, I think you got all the important information out. You even went back and you were like, okay, I'll tell you one more again. That's it.
Doreen's Drawings, 6 for $12.
I think you did great. I would go. I like when you said don't come in here with 12. Don't come in here with 12 people thinking that you're going to pay $6 each.
No.
Because that's not what it is.
6 for $12.
Yeah. Roger.
All supplies included.
Thank you, Zoya.
Thank you, Michael.
For your patience. Everlasting. Amen. And thank you for the patronage that the fans give us
Thank
to
you,
keep
Joseph,
this show.
for being our sponsor
Yeah.
this year.
Thank you for our $50 sponsor. Thank you to $10 sponsors.
Yeah.
Thank you for everyone who
listens
and sent in a question. You could do that at Welcome Pod. Forgot it at the last minute, but then remembered it.
Yeah.
Good save.
Yeah.
At Welcome Pod on Twitter. Tweet us your questions all week and we'll answer them. Tweetish. Did I say I said tweet us.
Tweetish are your questions.
I have a jacket that's tweetish. It's not quite, but almost.
I have to go look in your closet and see what the hell you're talking. That's the
I'll
second
bring it
time.
out right now.
Second time in 2 days you've brought that up.
You've brought it up.
You've brought it up.
Creed Broughton.
Broughton.
All right.
You guys, thanks so much for listening. We'll catch you next week.